Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Get ready to rumble!
Pump up the jam, yo, pump it up, yo, pump it.
Y'all ready for this?
I like to move it, move it. 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 Give it up, yeah.
Welcome to the big show. Simply wait.
Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. And the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that. I want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight and make my day. I want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight and make my day. Pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump it up,
At the 25, breaks a couple of tackles. Headlock at go! Headlock at go! He could go all the way!
Hey, you, get out of our way because today is the day we will put you away.
It's fun to stay in the YMCA. It's fun to stay in the YMCA. They have everything for your men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys.
Let's get ready to rumble! Get ready to rumble!
pump up the jam, yo, pump it up, yo, pump it.
Aggressive, be aggressive.
Simply en fuego.
What's up? Very eventful pre-market. Very eventful first about 30 minutes of the day, and then from there, 15 minutes maybe even, and then from there we just haven't done too much. Not surprising, we've seen this a lot in the large caps where we make a big move in pre-market, a big move at the opening bell, or just even the big move at the opening bell, and then kind of not do a lot for the rest of the day. Some plays have made some okay movement. You know, AMD has trickled up a little bit more. ARM has, trickled up a little bit more. But Apple, SPY, for the most part, some of these plays have kind of set sideways. NVDA set sideways. Meta's kind of set sideways. SMCI, since hitting 620, has been sitting sideways. Google kind of sitting sideways. I can't look at everything today. I haven't really even looked at Tesla since this morning. Okay, so it's kind of sitting sideways, and Microsoft and Netflix are really the other two. Same thing, Microsoft not doing too much. Netflix, that is really hideous on Netflix. So here it is. Crazy, crazy moves. Literally hitting my ultimate lows of the week, and that would be great if my levels that I gave out, which I don't know if I mentioned that low, but definitely the ultimate lows that I was given in I think it was 517, 518 is what I gave in my weekly preview. Wow. Just markets reacting with the Japanese markets, which are ahead of us, having its worst 24-hour stretch and shortage, nasty dumpage, since like 87 or whatever. so crazy big moves this morning, obviously, even from the SPY and everything, obviously, that runs in it. Get a great move back on up, and since then it hasn't. And now that's not surprising to me. And so don't be trying to trade a lot today, in my opinion. Today was great if you got the move somehow in pre-market or you got the opening bell move back up. Otherwise, there really hasn't been a lot to be trading. And in small caps, you luckily got INDO here just recently to pop up out of nowhere. Let me double check this real quickly, Otto, for news. INDO has no news that I see on it. I didn't think so. It has no news on INDO. So no news that I see on it. This is up on no news, no reason. There is another trend line formed yet again like we had earlier, but I could see the same thing happening where we come down. I mean, this is almost identical to earlier. We just have one more green candle in there. Back under 3. Watch for move down to, like, say, 290 to 295. But that still could hold up for the move back on up. It's when we crack that we could actually see a move to 280 and maybe lower. What's up, Cisco? How you doing, though? Cousin Greg, Muhammad, Adam, Serve. Yeah, just be careful with Serve. I'm not a big fan of this one. I just don't trade these multi-day runners like this again. You know, there's no reason for these plays to be up, so just be careful trading them. But that's another one that's up today. It's not up on my scanners. Not up on my scanners because it's gapping down from Jamaica. So it's just now getting back to green for the actual, you know, it's like it's up 2% on the day or up % on the day. Let's see, Big Chungo was down 1,200, now 150. Now I think, yeah, I would definitely battled back. Absolutely battled back. Yeah, I didn't trade anything today. Wasn't going to trade anything today. I forgot to alert to you guys, but I did alert to the lobby in here. But I forgot to alert to you guys because I was getting into a one-on-one, so I forgot to get over to my morning alerts. But I said, not the biggest fan of today. Days like today where we've dumped so much before bell. Traders will be indecisive to the start morning. And some even scared to trade, not knowing the direction. And we shot straight up, which was nice. Especially with a lot of the plays, they went straight up for the most part. I'm not touching days like today. Not touching it. No volume when brokerages are down. I didn't know brokerages were down. I didn't know that. I did see some of you guys complain about Thinkorswim, but my Thinkorswim's been working all morning. I've had no issues this morning on any of my brokerages. Reese! What's up, Love Ship? How we doing? Oh, but yeah, I just was not looking to trade today after all that weird fiasco of a morning. Looking to get back at it possibly tomorrow, and that's why I was kind of upset. Well, get over there, just sit down, they'll move. I wanted small caps today. I was looking for something in small caps when I got up and we didn't have a good small cap play. I was like, man, this sucks. Crazy to see, and well, I say crazy, but how awesome it is to see Serve run right into the 200-day moving average about a week ago or whatever this was. How crazy is that? Right to it on the dot, and been a great short since, really. Great short since. Went all the way down to $10 as of this morning. And what a great bounce it was off of $10 too, by the way. Just another one of those things that just, hey, multi-day runner. No one's looking at anything else today. Truly nothing else. Although it was really weird out of the gate. It was kind of freaking me out. Look how my halt scanner started blowing up. Right after the opening bell. This play halted. Now, there's no movement on these plays, but I thought for a minute, I literally was like, what is going on? Boom. Look at this. We're talking, look at this, right? One after the other team. 19 seconds after, 19 seconds after, 20 seconds. Look at all of these, team. Look at this. All at the opening bell today. It was like dung, 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 dung. We're talking in a 12-second period, 13-second period. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 stocks halted up. 11. Nuts. We still had a few more, you can tell, throughout the day, but none of these plays were doing anything. They're all weird. Well, this 10K, that I told you guys to be careful of. But none of these plays had any, it was so weird. The halts today have been very odd. Oh, PW. I just now noticed PW here. Oh, pitching wedge. Pitching wedge here. All right, get the old P-Dub out, team. Right here. Did y'all watch the final round? That's about the only Olympics I watched so far because it actually had a good finish and I like golf. And I can't stand most of the other just bullshit that they do with the Olympics. And, just the Simone. I can't do gymnastics anymore. Oh, my God. And all the interviews. Anyway, I only watched, the only bit I've literally watched was yesterday in the final round of the individual golf, and it was good. Freaking, oh, Sheffy shoots a 62. USA. I'm like, I could not believe he, and then the other guys just kind of fell off at the end. It was good. I don't know if any of them, I was in love chip on you guys into, that's only the Olympics I've watched so far. I ain't watching no men's basketball team. Hell no. Nope, nothing. Nothing else is intriguing. Plus all the politics in it. Ugh. Here we go. Watch for the shelf crack right here. Pitching wedge. So you've convinced me to call it. I was going to watch INDO, but F, like, man, fight another. Yes. Yeah, here goes. And here goes your shelf crack. Trend line crack too as well. I'm sure you guys see the trend line crack already. That's been up top. But trend line to shelf crack. Head and shoulders forming right there. 10K trying to U-shape back on around. Little W shape here. This W's a little bit higher. We know about those booty cheeks. And when that booty cheek is smaller, this could run. INDO's on watch as well. So small cap's trying to get a little something going there with pitching wedge, 10K, and INDO. Some other pops today, but I would go very light volume, not touching this play. If there was a play to touch, it's INDO. Thoughts on pitching wedge? Yeah, crack right there. There was your shelf crack right there. So Muhammad, so boom. Shelf crack, head and shoulders, crack the uptrend, and the VWAP at the same time. We've got one last line of kind of support area right here to hold up, right about $150, my man. Once that cracks, you are gonzo. This play will dump from 150 down to 140, under that then to 130. Kind of running in 10-cent increments if you look at it, which some plays will do under or around $1. This one truly is, right? I mean, what's high day? 190? I mean, are you kidding me? 190, 180, 170. It's like every 10 cents almost, you know, for the most part. We'll put this back to about right there. And that's kind of the channel you're in right now, baby. Blah. Pitching wedge or ooh, Cousin Greg. Good one. I like it. Punani whipped. I've been there. That stupid, terrible, like we just talked about, toxic relationship. Although, again, by one of the most badass presents ever, surprise presents ever I've gotten from anyone ever. But I'm telling you, that was not good to be P-whipped. Pitching wedge, love it. Favorite club in the bag. I don't know. It's gone back and forth through the years. I don't golf as nearly. I haven't golfed in over a year. I don't think it's been. Man, what did I do to this? Anyway, my ring finger on my left side. Oh, that's my ring finger. My ring bearing finger. I don't really wear my ring a lot. I'm not a big ring wearing guy. I don't know. I just never like wearing rings. It's weird. I don't know. I don't like it. I'll wear it if I go out and stuff. You know, if I'm around the house or I'm gardening or I just ain't wearing no ring. I ain't doing it. I know who I'm married to. She know who she married to. I ain't got to put no damn ring on around the house. Let anyone know. Hey, who's here? Anyway, pitching wedge, though. Pitching wedge was my favorite club in the bag for a while, and then it moved to the 9-iron. I don't know why I got deadly with the 9-iron. And then the sand, but I love that sand wedge. You know, 56 degree, 52 degree. You know, which ones do you have? I love the 56 more than the 52. I can kill my irons, though. I hit irons a long way, and I can hit them real high. A lot of people especially back in the day, like, how do you hit your iron so far and how do you hit them so high? I love it because I can hit them. The only, of course, when it's a windy day, and then I've got to adjust, which I love being able to hit them high. And you got to hit, we call those wind cheaters. Got to hit those wind cheaters. But days especially when the wind's with you and you can just monster. Oh man, I'm used to hitting pitching wedge 160, 165 yards. People are like, you're hitting what? I got a P. I got the PW. Like, what? We're 160 out. I'm like, oh, sweet. That's my 150 to 165. I mean, I remember one time it was so funny because the guy thought it was my clubs. And when I was in high school because he was a senior, maybe he just got out. But anyway, I was 11th. I think I was 11th grade when this happened. I may have been a senior. And we were on a par 5. I'd smoked my drive. I was a 6-iron out. I was 225 out. And he was like, you ain't got it. That's not a 6-iron. I smoked my 6-iron. I didn't get it on the green. I was just right of the green. I was just off the green. He's like, I bet you can't do that. And he had like some Walmart clubs. He's like, I bet you can't do that with my Walmart clubs. And I was like, all right, watch. And I literally, he had some shit. And for half a second, I was like, little doubt kicked in. Because I'm like, these are some shit ass, I had graphite shafts. And he had the steel shafts and shit club. I smoked it better than mine. I mean, his was like on the green. I was like, he looked at me. I was like, I told you, man, those are the good old days. Smoking a 6-iron, 225, 230. Boy, I couldn't dream of doing that now. Say thank you. Oh my God. Let's say the thing about the. Oh yes, love chip. Oh yeah, man. Muhammad, no track and field. I'm over all that, man. I'm so over the politics and the whole building up of certain people. I mean, that's why I left broadcast journalism, because it would be like Simone Biles and let's 14 minutes and 30-minute interview. I don't know. Let's just show about. I'm like, can we just show Olympics and just like go to different things and not everyone like. Oh, I don't know. I'm just so. It's when it's just driven. It's the way they want to drive it. I mean, they're gonna. And nope. You ain't gonna drive golf. You know, golf is boring. It's like golf is golf when it comes to the Olympics, and I loved it. It was just normal watching golf yesterday, except for it was for medals, which was kind of. It's always kind of weird still with golf because they're still newer. Used to love track and field's my favorite. Go back to 92 Olympics, 96 Olympics, especially the 96 Olympics, and my man. Michael Johnson with the gold shoes. There'll never be a sicker because he did the 200, 400 and won it. Probably could have even trained for the 100. Probably won the 100 possibly. But, just, man, Michael Johnson with the gold, right? And then the, Dream Team, the Dream Team 2 in that time period. So basketball was just fun to watch. Of course, we were killing them. And anyway, but, that was just awesome. 2000 was great in Athens, right? Was 2000 Athens? What was 2000? Anyway, Sydney Olympics was 2008, 4. I can't remember them all anymore. I liked it up until 2008. Maybe even 2012. I remember 2008, with the Redeem team, right? With Kobe taking the game-winning shots. 2012 was nice too. Watching Michael Phelps. I was into the women's soccer team because, of course, now, I've never really was. I mean, kind of with the Mia Hamm days. Sorry. One of those days already starting to talk in my... I just need like a 24-hour period where I usually try to on Sundays, but I've already had back-to-back one-on-ones this morning. Anyway, but I love the point being that I got into watching the women's soccer because of wife, Avery. She's, big soccer. And so, of course, they got really good, women's soccer did. But yeah, I loved it. Watched it. I'd watch, and even, Sean Johnson. Remember Sean Johnson? Remember Kayla, or is it Kayla Maroney or Michaela Maroney? Kayla Maroney. I know it was Maroney with the girl with the face. Cute little girl, right? She was pretty cute. Anyway, I was in it for a while. I used to watch. Gosh, I used to. Always when I go live, I feel like I got hair on my face. It's like the most annoying thing ever. Real quickly, too, Muhammad, about PW. I meant to bring this up while I was going over it. Look where it ran right into. You want to know why today's high of day is where it's at? Look where it just failed at the day I was supposed to go to Boston. I got crouched right. Anyway, it's like the exact same high of day. You see that double fail, double top. Oh yeah, I used to watch I used to love watching, like I said, even the women's gymnastics I watched big time up until 2012, 16-ish, I'd say, somewhere in there. Because for a while I was like the same age of those girls, so I was like attracted to some of them. But then I got, a little too old, but I'd still kind of watch it. Now I just ain't watching that no more. And now they're just like, it's just so. I'm just over the Simone Biles thing. So over that crap. Anyway. No chance it runs again. Tommy G, what? I think INDO would be your one chance to run again today would be INDO. I don't think there'd be really much else for me, in my opinion, what would be running today besides INDO. This just, to me, that lower float play. I don't think Mogul has a chance anymore, obviously being low float. Pitch and wedge, if that's what you're talking about, yes, there's definitely still a chance on pitch and wedge. The only thing on it is just these nasty upper shadows and trying to get over what was that high on the 27th. It's almost identical to what we did on the 27th, the same exact range, movement, and everything. We did open a little, obviously, lower today than we opened on that day, as you can tell here, by about 15 cents. But other than that, this is very identical. If we crack this 150, I say the chances for it to pop back up are very, very slim. Literally almost want to donate your stream because you said that. I almost... What's that? You're talking about the Olympics, Love Chip? Are you talking about the Olympics? Short game where it's at. Oh, yeah, Aussie chick. Oh, yeah. Yep, that's where I loved, that's where you guys, hey, drive for dough, putt for show, and so I knew you got to work around the green. That's why I'm going to build at the next house, too, so if and when I do ever get to playing golf again, my putting and chipping in my short game is going to be stupid, because I want to build at least around, 77 yards long, because that's, my favorite number, 7. Well, so not 77, but 7. But, you know, something around that. I'd like it about $120, $150, and I could probably do that, but it would eat up too much of my land. So I want to have like a small little par 3 out there that I can have my work on my short game and have like a little cute little par 3 to chip around. And, you know, have they work on that, 80-yard game or get a little closer, go 40 yards, 50 yards, when you get kind of that, that range where, you want to kill it. That's why and then maybe even, that's why I like it to be backed up just over 100 yards really at a certain area. So that way I could really work on that because it's where you're at in a lot of holes. I'm going to, with a lot of holes that I play in the golf courses I play, I like playing like the shorter ones. Sometimes, I like playing the longer ones, but not anymore. I can't hit it as far as I used to. So I want to be at that second shot, be about 120, 130 out. That's how it used to be for me when I used to just bomb it. I used to be able to hit it. I mean, I remember this one drive. I love this hole. Oh, it was absolutely gorgeous. Let's see if they actually have it. Oh, they actually have a video over here? It's not Cypress Creek. That's a different golf course. I was like, that's not it. Yeah, I don't know if they actually have it. I'll just have to go to the images. I figured they'd have like an image of it, like I would, because it's a drivable par 4. Anyway, it's a drivable par 4. Goes down and to the left a little bit, of course. I'm just trying to find a picture of it, but it's across a creek. Let's see here. I was trying to see if they actually have. No, they don't. Like, why can't we actually have? I love like the badass golf courses in Florida, where you can do like hole by hole or whatever, and it shows you each and every hole. Anyway, but I drove it. It's like a 330-yard par 4. It's like 330 yards, something like that. Downhill a little bit to the left, so it is downhill and to the left over the creek. And you kind of have to go over some trees. I killed it all the way over the green. We were looking for my ball for a while, and I'm sure it got a kick off of the other side of the green somehow or another, a big bounce. It was on the tee box for the next hole. I mean, I probably hit it like 375, easily, something like that. Somewhere in, who knows? We did it with 400 somewhere in there because the green itself and the hole was 320-ish. And so, anyway, it was crazy. It was there. I was like, I used to be able to bomb it. Absolutely bomb it back in the day. So, it's really disheartening now when I get out there because I haven't gone in forever and I can only hit it like maybe 280, maybe 300 if I'm lucky. What's up, Silverback? So, that's another reason why I don't like playing golf anymore. Used to love it. Sydney was 2K. That's right, because remember the dunk. Vince Carter, one of the sickest dunks of all time. Vince Carter. He didn't have much momentum. Vince Carter literally got that ball at the 3-point line. So Vince Carter picks up a ball at the 3-point line and then literally goes to dunk over a 7-footer. I mean, how crazy is that? I got started to say, there you go. Yeah, Cousin Greg. That was it. That was definitely, that was one of those cool moments because I could smash it. And I remember like being like, Spy's still new high of day. Spy's going to pre-market highs. Spy is going to pre-market highs here just around 424 or 524, which is crazy. Man, that is nuts. Big moves today. Big moves. But anyway, it was Bo Glover. I forgot what this guy's name was. But playing because I just got to playing like when I was in, I would say I just got my first set of clubs when I was 11 or 12. That's when I first started playing golf. I didn't start taking it serious. I was like 15 or so, 15, 16. I took my first lessons. Anywho, so it was, I got good real quickly, and so I was never around that whole like uppity. These guys are real good playing in tournaments. And I remember being in one, and we're on the 9th green. We were at my home course, and we were with. But point being was Derek. They played for North Little Rock, and of course I'm Cabot. And it was one of those instances where I pulled a pitching wedge. He was known to and he could hit his driver in three wood. Whoa, PW fake out breakout out of nowhere. He could hit his dry. He could smoke it longer. He could hit his drives farther than I could consistently. I was like, how does he smoke his 3-wood as far as I hit my drive? He could hit his 3-wood as far as I hit my driver, like on a consistent basis, which is nuts. But I could just out hit every one of my irons. And I forgot what he had, but I had a pitching wedge, and he even told me, he was like, no way. And I remember looking at the guy, Cousin Greg, and because this guy was good, and he played for North Little Rock. And I was like, watch. And there was funny, because Scotty Shelfer's good now, but there was a guy named Scotty something that played at Conway that was really good too. Anyway, but I remember like they were just like, I smashed this pitching wedge and I hit my iron so high. The ball just is a scud missile. And so it's awesome. I can get good. It stops almost in place. I don't really put too much spin on the ball, just enough. So essentially, because I hit it so high, like I can hit like a 4-iron from, I could hit 4-iron from 240 yards out, 250 yards out, and it would stop almost on a dime on the green. It's not like when a lot of people hit those long irons and it would get to good, it goes. That's what I loved. I hit my iron so high, I could hit long irons and hit a 240, 50-yard iron shot so high that when it landed like a lot of people's 7 or 8 or 9 iron. And so people were, of course, jelly of that. I don't even know how a lot of the time I did it. I mean, the coaches did, but I didn't. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. This is my swing. But I just remember nailing that pitching wedge up there because none of them hit pitching wedge. And it was funny. And yeah, it was just like their looks. And I was just like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like Shooter McGavin, but super quiet because I was so new to that. I was like, yeah, I just smoked that pitching wedge, $167. I don't know. Downtrend break, though, and almost reversed this back around. But yeah, that was kind of the original I told you so, where I was like, I told you I could smoke my irons. Downtrend, there we go. So boom, there's your downtrend break. And so maybe, Tommy, this was the one you were talking about. I just don't see it getting back over this. It's got to get back over. I'll put it at the tippy top because that's where we failed at. And you're going to see that line come up here on the daily. It's got to hold this line now again, which I'll mark as light blue now that we're back above it. But it's got to hold that line right here of 168, 170. And all these wicks and upper shadows, yeah, just be careful. Oh, Tin Cup's great. Oh, yeah. My favorite golf movie, though, I got to go probably Caddyshack. I probably got to still go Caddyshack as my favorite golf movie, though, for sure. How we feeling about QURE short at these levels? Let's go to QURE. I wouldn't touch it. It's just been one of those. I mean, just at this level we're at now, I don't see it really. I'd leave this alone. It's just too low volume to trust plays like this. They don't run as technically sound as you can see here. Look at this, just slow, meandering play on the way down. It really is one of those plays where we should have just written, and it's been weeks or whatever from my original entry for us to finally hit targets, right? So it's just one of those plays that you just get in, and I guarantee you that this will probably end up finding its way back down to 6 and then moving averages down here. It's just when volume is inconsistent and this low, the play is going to be inconsistent and low. What do you think about a TZA for a dip? Go to yesterday's high. Well, Friday's high. Go to Friday's high. How many times it failed there. Go to Friday's high of around 17. That's the only place you're looking for a dip right now. Adam G, Adam G, Adam G, G, Adam G, 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 G. 17, Adam, 100%. Tommy G, that's probably tied for number 2 for me. Tin Cup's up there. I love Tin Cup just because it's more of a realistic storyline too, and I love the storyline and the acting in it. Love Happy Gilmore, but it's just more of a goofy fun movie, and that's where if I'm going goofy fun, I gotta go Caddyshack. I mean, you can't outdo the actors in it from Rodney Dangerfield. Are you kidding me? There's no one, and it's just him. He's the only funny person that And I mean, Christopher McDonald, but he's not really that big of an actor, I mean, you're gonna put Bill Murray over him. You're gonna put Rodney Dangerfield over him. You're gonna put a lot of those actors in that movie over. That's why I would just go Caddyshack because it's completely iconic, classic. Happy Gilmore's just it's essentially Billy Madison went to go play golf. It's like, well, and then he was water. I mean, I love his movies, but with people with Tom Cruise, and I hate to see those posts when Tom Cruise has the same role every movie. I'm like, well, so does Adam Sandler. I mean, Adam Sandler's been the same damn character since since Saturday Night Live. I mean, he's just really good at doing it. You just want to see it over and over and over and over and over. It's almost about like Will Ferrell. They've got range. They can go outside those movies. We've seen Adam Sandler in his range. We can go back to the same with, Tom Cruise with Magnolia, whatever it's called. Sky or whatever, or what that movie's called, to the vampire movie back in the day. They got range. They just make a lot of money, a shit ton of money, continuously doing the same roles, essentially. I usually love 80 comedies, but somehow I was Caddyshack all these years. Watched it a bunch of years ago. Didn't like it. Oh, man, that's crazy, Tommy G. I watched that thing over and over and over and like it. 100%. Bill Murray. Like, Bill Murray's character in that movie is... And he's it's actually based off a real person that he met before that worked at a country club or whatever. Like that. I mean, oh, man. Absolutely love Caddyshack and Bill Murray. I could watch... And then Rodney Dangerfield in that movie. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Love Rodney Dangerfield in that movie. 100%. Chevy Chase is all right. He kind of plays like what he is kind of in real life. Kind of that arrogant. Although I love the like in the rain, you know, the rain scene. In the very end, or whatever, with all the whole place exploding. Yes, it's it's just the whole shebang of it being what it was for the time being. I mean, you get a lot of those movies. Stripes is like that, you know. It's kind of the wearing off of the 70s more so than an 80s movie, because it was made in, like, I think 1980 on the dot. It was made in 80, or may have been made in 79, but it reeks more of 70s National Lampoon-y movies, more so, like a little bit more on the dumb side of comedy, you know, where it's just kind of like knee slap or comedy or something, like, I don't know, whatever. Oh, yeah, John. That's where things started moving because of what's-his-face, because of John Hughes. That's what I'm saying. 80s movies are different than 70s movies, and I would call Caddyshack a movie kind of in the 70s, really, more so than an 80s movie. Just the difference. But, yeah, John Hughes is a lot of that. I mean, John Hughes and his... kind of the way he made movies in the 80s. You know, a lot of people was super iconic and moved toward doing that and whatever they could to be like him, you know. So yeah, it was a little different. Yeah, but I get you on Caddyshack, trust me. Trust me, the same thing can be said for Adam Sandler movies for people. So I get if you don't like either side. You know, if you don't, where you're just like, as are just, I love them. You know, I love either one. To give them to me. You know, I think are great. The main thing, a lot of it is just originality. You think about Happy Gilmore. Nothing like that was ever really made before that. Caddyshack. Name something before Caddyshack that's like Caddyshack. That deals with golf. And is that, you know, it just, so it's, that's why I love them. You know, you just don't get that originality. I was just actually watching Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn just recently did that little wings thing where they eat the hot wings and it's like an interview the whole time. And Vince Vaughn just loves hot food like I do. So it's not even nothing. He's just talking the whole time. But then I guess because I saw a clip where he asked about, and I was like, wow, I want to show this off the chat. But this is what we always talk about, why movies suck and they're not made like they used to be, and why comedies suck. But he brought up, you know, that's what he kind of went into, was that, you know, where no one has that going on right now, and everyone wants to just stick to the A plus B equals C, and you know you have to stick to what they want you to make, and no one wants to go outside the box, and that's why movies kind of suck. Happy Gilmore's great. I like Waterboy. I think Waterboy can be dumb, but I love Waterboy. Love that in theaters. You know, love Billy Madison. You know, there's a lot of Adam Sandler movies that I like in the 90s, or even now, recently, for sure. But yeah, there are some that are a little dumber than others, but that's what they do. They know that they stick to what they're good at and write the movies for that crowd, because that crowd just can't get enough of it. Big Daddy was great. I think Big Daddy's one of his better ones. Big Daddy's one of his better ones where he doesn't have to play a dumb role. I don't know if you like Big Daddy. Big Daddy I like a lot. Big Daddy's a really good one. That's actually got a better storyline and actually good comedy and funny jokes and lines in it. You need to go watch it again, Tommy G. You need to go watch it again. You need to go watch that again. That one's actually really good. That's a better one. I like that more than Happy Gilmore. What's up, Jim Bond? See, the industry has changed so much in the past. Oh my God, yeah. Yep. That's why most anything from TV to sports, of course, movies, music. It's not been great over the last decade-ish or so, really, especially since COVID, onward. Getting this kind of like roller coastery feel, in my opinion, from these large cap plays like that I've seen here since we've even started before pre-lunch. Kind of this up and down movement here, and we have yet another case of that right now. ARM doing that, you know, Amazon. We're just getting this roller coastery, can't quite get going, but we're going. You know what I mean? Movement. So there's still trades to be had, sure, but nothing that's gonna. I'm telling you, take the nod. Here we go. There goes SPY. Almost all the like we talked about. We got close there. Getting close to Friday, but pre-market high, completely filling the gap back up. Had a feeling we get some big movement today. Jimmy, yep, seen just a little bit, my man. I saw you did join it earlier on. Yes, it's 3 Eastern, 2 Central. I don't know where you're located, Jim, but yes. You can base it on Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Daylight Time, whatever the hell we're in now. Just Eastern Time Zone. And it'll be 3 o'clock. The start of Power Hour. The Power Hour of Startland. Thoughts on 10K halt strategy? Just careful with this one because of no volume. Careful with this because of no volume, right? Just like earlier, I wouldn't trade it. Jim Bond, I said this earlier in Dex Lobby, in my lobby. I pretty sure in my lobby too, but I said I would not touch this with Buffett's money. Wouldn't touch that with Buffett's money. Too erratic, too jolty up and down. It's not technically sound, and here's the reason why. Volume. You've got to have volume. Volume's going to be one of the number one things you're always going to pay attention to that you notice you have in trades, you trade and like. Volume is the key. Volume is kind of like almost the most key ingredient to any trade. If you don't have volume, you won't have a trade. Got that, Jimmy? Hustle was pretty good. Oh, yeah. That was one where we got a little more serious. That was pretty good, too. I just don't watch too many movies anymore. I'm movied out. All the best movies to me have already been done. It's kind of like music. There's only so many notes in music. You're bound to run out of good stuff. All the good music, in my opinion, has already been made. All the good movies, in my opinion, have already been made. Very rarely, because I noticed this as well, like trends. How often I still would say, like, oh my God, like I can't remember the last time besides Deadpool and Wolverine, which thank God we have something that's original. John Wicks were pretty good. There was some stuff here and there over the past decade that were a little original, but it's very, very few and far between. So it's like, yeah, we're not. Be very, very unlikely that I get happy or excited about a movie anymore. That's why I love Deadpool and Wolverine so much. I can't remember the last time I got goosebumps in a movie. It's been a long time. Yep, you got it, Jimmy. Because then that's the thing too. A lot of them, Tommy, you could just put like a really bad one on. Like I always talked about, like you just go to the like when you went to go rent a movie back in the day, you'd be like, man, this one has a really interesting. You know, you'd see the cover of the VHS. The box at the front of it from those '80s movies. And be like, whoa, this looks good. And you'd rent it, and it would be the worst acting, worst videography. Like you're just like jolty camera. You're just like, God, it's so bad. It's funny. Yeah, those. All those exactly. That's what those had. Yeah, exactly. Those horror and sci-fi movies always had those weird, wonky, like not weird, wonky, but you're just like, oh, this looks cool. This looks gnarly. Oh, this one should be good, and they are always the worst. That's how they got you. They make that box look really entertaining, and that's what the one thing too that it alluded to overall was about what Vince Vaughn was saying. See, be careful here, Jim. Be careful here. Was what they could rely on back in the day, that even if it didn't do good in the box office, that you could still rely on rental sales, Now there's just no one, I don't know how much, I don't know if they make hardly any money on rentals. They do on buys, right? And people that are going to go buy it and stream it. But how far down that is, because point being, like I've seen the interview with Nick Swartzen and Grandma's Boy. Well, Grandma's Boy wasn't a movie theater success. It was everyone found out about it and everyone loved the DVD. Tell me you don't love Grandma's Boy. Grandma's Boy is absolutely amazing. I think it's Nick Swartzen's first movie he ever wrote. No, I think that one actually, Nick Swartzen's first movie, that was the first one he directed. First one he wrote was Malibu's Most Wanted. Malibu's Most Wanted with Jamie Kennedy. It was actually written by Nick Swartzen. Anywho, but that he saw the CEO, of course, they knew how Blockbuster was brought up. And he said he ran into at the time when, of course, Blockbuster was still rolling, like 2007, 6 or 7. And he ran into like whatever, something of sales or something high up in Blockbuster. And he was like, man, he was like literally was thanking Nick Swartzen for Grandma's Boy and how it saved them in like 1/4 or something like this because of people renting it. But then like the same thing, he was pissed because of it's been the most stolen most stolen DVD they've ever had ever. So I'm like, it was funny, but you get my point. That was still saving movies, was rentals. Now that could make so much money on the back end of a movie, rentals. You know, but that's not even a thing anymore. Oh yeah, Tommy G, it really is, because so they gotta they're worried about making something that's original, right? They're worried about making something original and it not clicking. It makes no money, and because then there's no money on the back end. No one wants to pick it up for streaming. No one wants to, if it. So like they have to make money at But yeah, back then it could be a flop at the front end and still be a banker in the back end, like Grandma's Boy was. I forgot how much money Grandma's Boy made in the end, like millions of dollars, but made nothing in the start, But that's how some of those cult classics are, and yeah, they can't rely on that anymore. So, is what it is. Mala. See what I said there about 10K? Be careful with that one. INDO is your main mover. And I told you, new high of day, too. I told you. And I just saw that new high of day. There we go right there. So INDO, number one mover for small caps. All right, INDO, where are we going here? Dun, 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 dun. Here you go, Cousin Greg. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. We got room up to around 330 to 335, so you can see this area is going to be resistance over that. Then we can take off for another good shot to 350 minimum, if not up to 380 for INDO. Let me get another ticker up so then I can get the moving averages. There we go. I hate when that doesn't show up. Oh yeah, Deadpool and Wolf. Yeah, so I love the stuff that he does. Breaking the fourth wall, kind of being Deadpool. I mean, he's taking that on, and you can see in interviews, you can tell that Ryan really wanted to give everyone the best. And now, up to this day, movies because they suck. But even back in 2016, the best Deadpool from the comic to what he wore. Out of the comics to what he wore, he wanted it down perfectly. And he's obviously, look how much money it's made. Just absolutely banking almost 400 million here domestically in like 10 days. I mean, it's one of the fastest, highest grossing movies of all time, and it's rated R. Cuss words, F-bombs left and right. I mean, great movie. Now, is it like, oh my God, best story? No, it's not what that's going to give you. It's like giving you something to entertain you, and that's what a great movie is. Are you entertained? Are you not entertained? That's why I love Gladiator. That's truly why that's in that movie as well. It's kind of like a double, oh, good God. Whatever Kendrick Lamar and Eminem are good, and the where they mean two things at the whatever it's called, where they mean two things at the same at the same time, where they say it but they mean two things with it, whatever the hell it's called. Forgot that now. Anyway, that little term. Are you not entertained? But yes, so that's why I loved it. Absolute, definitely banger. Absolutely. Love to see where they go from here. Hopefully they don't rush it and they give it a that's what I love about it too. His movies are spread out. It's not like they were just throwing them all in our face, one after the other. Yes, double entendre. Yes, exactly. That's it. Or you mean two things at once. TZA Boom. What about TZA Boom? Did it bounce off our area yet? Nope, but it did bounce. Nope, not yet. Not bounce. Did you just get in, Adam? Didn't get down to my area. You got the downtrend break kind of going on. Spy, it's a little bit of a trend line crack right now, so you can see this engineer. I would have my line in right down here in the Chattahoochee. It gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. We laid rubber on the Georgia ass farm. Anyway, or Georgia asphalt, if I can talk right now. Anyway, singing some Alan Jackson. Maybe you've heard of Alan Jackson. Just a nice trend line crack. Uptrend channel. Finally getting bearish. Probably possibly moving back through some moving averages right now as well. I know in the 5 minute we're kind of finally flushing back through the 9 pretty nicely. in my opinion, just a good pullback. You know, I'd be looking for a move right down to this area right here, down to 519. 519 would be your target. Now that we've confirmed under this 2040, 2035 old resistance area, you know, like I said, so it's just a nice good trend crack on the way down. Nice good trend crack on the way down. Like I said, move to 519. Under 519, then we'll find our way somewhere between 1750 and 18. Oh, another good movie that was just on. I was literally watching a few minutes. Book of Eli. Book of Eli. Now, was that originally a book, to be honest? Was Book of Eli a real book, actually, before? No, not like a book, but book. Wasn't it a book? Yes, the book. No, not the Book of Bill. Not the Book of Bill. That's a movie. Is it not based on a book? Is it not? Maybe it's not. The story of Eli, it wasn't a filming began. It wasn't. Oh, okay, I thought maybe it was. Maybe possibly. Oh, it says for the 20th Century Chronicle, it says the see Book of E. Okay, so maybe it was. Okay, cool, it was. It does have a little biblical. Okay. I thought it had a little bit of influence of background. But I thought that movie was good. Different. Got some good actor and actresses in it. Watch for shelf crack after this trend line crack. Spy, shelf crack. What shelf are you looking at? You talking about right here? The 519 shelf Spy? Coldplay? And go back to INDO, like I said, top small cap. 10K, still trying to run, but you can see here, Jim Bond, what I'm talking about. Boy, you better be careful with that play. This is one that will make your butthole clench, I should say, in just a hot second. INDO for small caps. Oh, Marps! I haven't seen our boy Marvin the Martian run in a minute. Marps just used to be a fun runner back in the day. Oh, come on. There's a big run right there from Marps. We've had multiple runs from Marps. Look how little. It seems like these runs are so little because of this massive run we made, and it's not even that big of a run. But Marps. Marvin the Martian, I called that guy. Oh, Marvin the Martian. You got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, watch out. Hey, we cracked that. We're probably heading to the WAP. You know, if we crack that shelf, I know we got a little support. Well, old resistance at 18 to 1750, but you know, I wouldn't even be shocked at all if come power hour, this thing is, the SPY is giving back everything back to 511. We're back to 512 in the open area. And be like, man, I'm not surprised at all. I would not be surprised. Put some resistance, or I should say support line in for you there. Support. We got the main resistance from charting right there. Blue. What's a good dip area for INDO? Right here, the 290 area, Muhammad. 290 area. Right here. That would be where you're looking for a bounce. Now, if you want to be a risky trader, you can see where it's bounced. The bounce is bouncing at, essentially at 310. Old resistance equals new support. That's the support for now. I would not, this many minutes in of not pushing up, say, yeah, 310's the bounce. It might hold 310 for their 5-10 minutes and then go. You know, I wouldn't trust it at this point and go down to the lower area of 290. We are halted up, by the way, on 10K, so I am watching that to see where we open up at. Upski? Not so much ski. PW, pitch and wedge. Like I said, team, be careful with old PW. Oh, pitch and wedge. Mogul done. It could use shape, but I'm telling you right now, your plays are going to be 10K for risky traders. INDO for those looking for a little bit more technically sound. You got it, Muhammad. Good job there. Cold play. It's about your main play right there. About your main play right there. All right, 50 minutes through the hour, first hour of lunch here, almost through the first hour or so. Any questions, anything you want to go over, let me know. Booked it up, got super one-on-one out today. Got 4 one-on-ones, 2 this morning, 2 coming up this afternoon. If you do need any help, team, though, like I said, I open up my calendar for you guys and most of my days in the morning and the afternoon, so that way I can get with you, do some one-on-ones, help you out as much as I can, from going over charts, you know, trading live together, going over your levels and in your trades, seeing what you're doing. You know, making you do a few hundred push-ups if you've been slacking. Sometimes on top of that, get you to do some squats with the 3,000-pound kettlebell. You know, I'm working you. I'm working you. You need any help, I'm always here for you, okay? Even here during lunch, like I said, I'm not looking to usually take trades, but if and when you need any help, come over at lunch. What's up, Drift R? You the best. You the best! We the best. Paula, hopefully you're having a good day too. I need a Drift R. I need a Drift GTR. A little GTR R34 in the garage. I'm like for real wanting to get. What's crazy, by the way, I haven't showed this off. So, Mom, I had no idea how much Mom liked BMWs, and found that out taking her to Twister when we went to go see Twister, or Twisters, I should say, taking her to go see Twisters, and asking her what her dream car would be, because now I'm starting to finally get to that level where I want to hint at it. And she's like, she's like a little convertible one, that they have like in the. This is her dream car. This is actually my mom's dream car, is getting this right here, the Z, this right here. And I didn't realize it was 0 to 60 in 3.9. My mom was going to be in heaven in that. I was thinking about maybe just even doing this, but I was like, I'm just gonna spend. So I'm gonna get one of these for Mom. Most likely gonna be the M right there for sure. And yeah, I put this. I just like designing it the other day, and they actually have purple, this Thunder Knight metallic, as just a one that you can design on there. And I sent her this, and yeah, she was absolutely just like, oh my, she loved it. So I was like, okay, it looks like Mom, we're getting her these wheels. What's this? I didn't see those wheels. Those are pretty dope. Oh, I didn't see those on the internet. Those are the ones I think I got her with right there. I'm gonna go with these. Those are like what I have. She would love that. And then she liked the tan. She liked the tan. She liked the tan. She was a big fan of the tan. But I don't like the contrasting. I like this right here. I want to go with that. Or this right here. Yeah, the contrast stitching. That right there. Love that. Hold on, what's this? Oh, that's exclusive. Detail and stitching. Ooh, I don't know. I like that on the side there. I don't know. I'll have to figure that one out. But yeah, this is what I'm going to get my mom, though. This is what I'll be surprising my mom with someday. And I'll get all the good stuff for her right here. 100%. Be the good guy. The good son. Yeah, go ahead and get that premium package. Oh, I want the safety, whatever. Hold on, what's this? Okay, I guess it comes with it. Okay, well, whatever. I want that for sure. What's this minus what? Oh, man, okay. I got to go through and figure all this stuff out. I'm trying to build it now. Definitely want smart remote engine. Then I got to get rid of what? Like, that's what I don't understand sometimes. That's why I like doing it in-house, because then they can tell you what you want, what you don't want, what will be with what. But yeah, I was like, oh man, I cannot wait to surprise Mom with that. So yeah, that'll be one thing for sure. But I'm going to get my ride. I'm wanting my M3 Competition X Drive. And that's what she was like, you get yours first. And so my goal is to have the house built. And when the house is built, right after it's fully built, sometime after that, order it right around then. So when my mom comes over, or have it ready is my point. So when my mom comes over to see the house, sees it for the first time, it's finally built. I love to have this in the garage, so when I go to show her the garage, that would. So it's either I'd love it to do that, or do I do it at the dealership? So I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it, but I'm going to surprise Mom with that right there, and she is going to absolutely freak out. What do you think NVA is going to bounce, or what is a good number to get in? Anything at 97 or below. Anything at 97 or below is what I've been telling traders in chat. So anything at 97 right here or below. I'm going to have, once I start putting orders in, I'm going to have orders all the way down to 83 and even down to this mark right here of around 77. So I've been going over this for a few weeks, and this reminds me of Amazon in 2022 coming down after a price split to the same area that it was almost same exact price area that Amazon came down to, and where Amazon bounced at, and then up since. We're gonna kill it. What's up, Blueprints? Mr. Prinny Bennies. Hopefully you're having a good one. Had a good weekend as well. Time flies right on by, right to the new start of a fresh week. with some crazy start to the week. With a crazy start to the week. There's your move down 2 with the spy. Overall to Mal, I just answered you, so hopefully you got that, boss. Here's your move down team to 518 like we talked about. And there you go. Engineer as well. 518. Under 518 because you got that shelf crack of 519 that we just talked about. So now we're down to 518. Under 518. Watch for move down to the VWAP and maybe possibly lower. Yeah, like that. Rewind it. I've gone over it a lot, though. You should also watch my weekly previews that I put out every single, which I put that out yesterday. It's in my weekly preview. I put out my weekly preview every Sunday on, so you can go and get my levels, but I did go over that yesterday, too, as well on YouTube. Where to get in long term. I'd make more posts, but people ain't going to watch them, so I just do the bare minimum. I just kind of keep doing what I've been doing. I guarantee, even if I posted every single day, it's just like, it's so random, I just don't do that anyway. It's just who gets a lot of followers and who gets a lot of views and who doesn't. It just baffles my mind how some people in some accounts blow up and they have 100,000 followers and they're like nobody. I'm like, this person sucks. How do they have so many views or people or followers? Getting the algorithms, and next thing you know, I'm like, who'd they pay? Or are they doing one of those things where just a bunch of bots are following them and they paid someone to get fake followers and views? Because half the shit I see with people that have a lot of like likes and views or whatever, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? So I just kind of given up on social media. That's why I tell you guys, I put stuff out there for you. It ain't for me, it ain't for views. I ain't no making money on it. I'm not gonna all of a sudden overnight be some overnight social media star. ARM trying to get its way back on around here. I would say IND is by far only small cap play to watch. ARM, though, getting a little bit of move back on up. Getting that little bit of a U shape right here. Most of the other plays have gotten that trendy-ish crack and they're back down. I still feel like we are definitely not... I feel like I want to say we feel like we go up some more today. Now, we have filled the gap with a lot of the plays, so that's a lot of the reason why I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't. You know, like AMD all the way back, where like AMD right now is essentially at or over Friday's high of day, which is crazy. You know, like some of these plays have made their way back on up. And so essentially we're running into charting from Friday with a lot of these plays. Not all of them, but with a lot of them. So if they're having trouble, then that means the spy is going to have most likely a little bit of trouble too. A little bit there. A little pull and tug I could see here possibly for the next remainder of lunch. Now, if we crack that VWAP in 516, that definitely going to be high of day in my opinion. And we've made our move up. And we could even, like I said, make our move all the way back to open area. Nice trend line crack on AMD. This is the one that I do have, like, as far as a decent setup to trade. Trend line crack right there. You can see your beautiful uptrend channel. Trend line crack. So that was an okay move just because of the overall technical soundness of it. 10K still going. Very sketchy up and down. Let's just look at this in a 1 minute time frame. I mean, this is all over the place. Up and down, up and down, up and... I mean, it's all over the place, but it is moving. Trying to make its way back up to pre-market highs. Wouldn't be surprised if it got back to 32. Now, like right here, I just do 31-ish. I just don't know about 40. That's really pushing it, but we are U-shaping. We're trying. INDO not fully done yet. Neither is pitch and wedge. Anyone need any help? Let me know. You don't have to be so quiet out there if you don't want to be. You can just start yelling if you like. Maybe everyone's kind of slowly, I put you to sleep. I don't think I have a Morgan Freeman type voice though, so hopefully I'm not putting you guys to sleep. I don't know if it's that relaxing and soothing to listen to me. I do have someone coming over to get something done on my house at the top of the hour, so I'm going to stop the stream in 45 minutes. So at 50 after, I'm going to take the break for the day. I'll leave my stream up, although I know Deck will be up and I'm probably J-Trades, but I'll leave my stream up until then I have back-to-back one-on-ones at the start of Power Hour. But before that, and when I'm usually done with going live, is about 55 minutes from right now. I'm going to stop a little before that so I can let my pack not only out, but then put them up. I got someone coming over to do some work on my house that I have, the current one, not the new one, obviously. That will just be like a heaven. I'll be like, guess what? I cannot wait to go live. I'm going to bring a laptop out there one day, team, for like Friday afternoon commentary when we just bullshitting. I don't know. I guess I could use my phone's Wi-Fi. Like, I'll go live one at kind of like I did that Friday when I was in New York, where I can just, all I need is my laptop, really. Be kind of hard, but I'll do it. I think trader today hesitate trading boss. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's one of those days. Trade Jim Bond. Tesla will go to 195. Let's go to Tesla. Not right now. We're still pretty bullish on Tesla, holding up this 198.75 mark, essentially this old resistance area, 875 roll. I would say under that, then you're making a move down to around 96. We'll just call it 97. And then under that, then you're going down to around 96.50-ish. So 97 and 96.50 would be first. Then below that, then you would see the 95 mark. So this area for sure would come first. Right through there. That's the first one that would really show up first. Like I said, not the best movement when you get these. I mean, you've gotten some okay trades here and there, but when you go down this much in pre-market and then you move this much back up in the day, you get some decent moves here and there, but nothing too crazy, in my opinion. Now, the main reason you're going to get moved is because you're up so much, you know, as in, you know, say the SPY pulling back for that it's pulled back, you know, more than $1 from highs. You've moved so much for the day. So even from trend, I mean, look at that. The SPY from the high of data now has moved more than it normally did on most days. I mean, we're talking 523.60, we'll call it, down to 518. That's $5.50. The SPY very rarely does that. Well, I guess here recently has been, but you get my point. That's a big day for the SPY on a normal day. We just did that in the last 30 minutes on a pullback. So you're going to get the moves because you've moved up so much and down for the day. Any questions you guys have, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I'm just sticking around. I ain't trade today. I'm still got like a sleepy hangover from the weekend. Man, I cooked some chili last night, team. Oh, man, that chili was so good. Chili was so good. I woke up. It's crazy how, and I'm glad because I was worried if I'd never get back there. But boy, I sleep so good. Some nights, most nights, really, to be honest. And so when I wake up, I am in a dead, like, coma. I mean, like, out. completely sleeping. Coldplay, you got it. Well, I figured that's who you were talking about was me. When I read he stream opening bell, maybe an hour, then do a session, then lunch, then session, almost never does close. I'm like, that they've got to be talking about me because that sounds exactly like my schedule. Like that sounds just like me every day. That is me Monday through Thursday, pretty much for the most part, Monday through Thursday. Small caps, INDO, put the trend line in here. I would say, honestly, team, for the end of the day, watch for, I know, Tommy, some of you guys like small caps. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw one more small cap pop before the day's over. So, keep your eye on it. I doubt it's going to come from Mogul, but INDO for sure could come. PW could be the one. Serve, I know you're looking at that one earlier. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw one. And it really, of course, INDO is my favorite, as I've been talking about. But watch for, and I really feel like the SPY, like I've been saying, and other stocks are still going to go up some more. I don't know why I feel like they're going up more, but that's just what my instinct and intuition's telling me, that these plays are going to be going up again, or at least battling back to high of day area. So watch for one more good move. I feel like that was your one good move here we may have at lunch, followed by maybe even that reversal back on up. If you take the downtrend, U-shaped move back too. Trend line was a lot easier to see here and a lot longer created for the move down. Would not be surprised though. Let's make one more good sized move, if not even to new highs for SPY across the board. Figured out how to work one-on-one sessions. I was giving him your schedule. He doesn't have to stream all day every day. Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Definitely don't get burnt out on streaming live. I mean, there's many things that you need to pay attention to. So I'll go and let him know if he needs any help. So don't be scared to be asked for the help. Oh, because yeah, then you have to fit that schedule in with streaming live and then going back and forth between the two. It's a little bit of a struggle at first to figure out what you want to do, because at first I went too heavy into doing one-on-ones and I kind of got burnt out on doing that. And so I had to kind of figure out that schedule as far as when do I want to trade by myself? When do I want to help other people? When is the best day to help other people? You got to adjust that kind of with the market, because every day and it's kind of moves around, and then sometimes you can identify when the best day to trade is, and times like right now, there's just not a day. INDO, it's a new high of day. There we go. Oh yeah, well, everyone trying to follow suit with AK. I know, yeah, Buddy was trying to do one-on-ones, and now I know Actor Trader even thought that was forever ago. I like to be the first. I love to be the trendsetter, the trailblazer, so to speak. I like that. So I love everyone kind of following in the same footsteps. Any questions you guys have? Like I said, I may call it a little early today because there's just really not. I haven't traded today. I haven't even worried about trading. Really just completely took the day off to do. Only thing I'm looking at in trading would be doing one-on-ones with you guys and helping you guys out. I have a first time one-on-one this afternoon. And then I think it's a second time for another trader, second or third time for the other trader. So just worrying about helping these guys out more than anything today. Getting the stuff done at the house. Just it's like one thing after the other, and I gotta anyway. And then this afternoon I got stuff to do after the one-on-ones. It'll be 6 or 7 o'clock before I know it. And nothing, just not even worried about stocks today as far as me trading for myself though. And you guys need to have that as well, like have that mindset where you're like, I am not worried about trading today. I've got stuff to do. There's no point to even worry about stock trading. There will be tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. Can we please get NVDA back through 100? Oh, you mean like to the bottom side? I don't know what's going to happen today. I mean, if we may stay bullish. Now, I think you can get Risa moved down at least into power hour. Now, maybe power hour, that is the move. But I figure by the end of the day, we get another $2, $3, $4 move from these tickers. Maybe not. Maybe we sit sideways and just flat out all day, and I come back and we've literally just channeled from 98 to 102 to 103 or whatever here. But if you do though, get back under 98.65, the VWAP area there, and then you're looking juicy. I wouldn't be surprised though if we do kind of meander back and forth through that, so that way, that you do get it, but you don't get a lot of it. You just get down to that 98.75 area. Deck 45. Deck 45. Okay. Deck's like snapping his fingers. He's turning to Thanos himself now. 45 minutes until I want to start saying. That's just such a funny thing to say. Feels like literally Dr. Doom's in the house. He's gonna start making the spy do what he wants it to do. Waiting to see if this guy's going to show up early, because sometimes you know how those contractors be. Like trying to get paid as much as they can from like the done through warranty, and they're like, oh, well, I was there from 12 to 3. I'm like, you can tell them that all you want. I don't care. Whatever you want to tell them, just get my damn job done. You can sit outside the whole time if you want it. Because I'll have guys, I forgot who oh, that's right. The inspector guy is another one. So the inspection, remember that was done like a couple of weeks ago, whenever that was done, team? Anyway, that guy, he did the last time too. That I remember when I first moved in here. I'm like, he's doing the same thing again. He went out there and sat in his truck outside our, like in the driveway, or like it was he parked on the street though. He sat out there for a half hour. I mean, he sat out there for such a long time, like at least a half hour, if not more. And I guess he was trying to fill the whole hour in or whatever he had to do, and like to get that extra. I was just laughing. I was like, this motherfucker. Working the system. All right, I'm going to take the break, team, since it is kind of slow right now. We don't have a lot going on. Today's just kind of an off day for me, and not really caring about too much about charting and stocks. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat right now. Otherwise, I am literally about to get out of here and start getting stuff done that I want to get done around my house. I want to eat some food. Got a lot of stuff going on in the house today that I've been planning. Stuff I got to do this afternoon as well. So if you have any questions, let me know. I am just really just jumping on the mic for a little bit, just because, like I said, there was awesome, crazy moves this morning in pre-market. Obviously with the SPY and everything just dumping down with it. And then we got some really good moves back on up. Since then, maybe a couple of trades to be had. Not really a lot since that opening bell move back up, which even this was a little choppier. Some plays were a little bit more smooth than others. And then here we go. Like I said, the most recent trades were trend line crack, and now kind of this downtrend break, and watch for maybe a cup and, you know, maybe even a handle to form up top like we did right here, and move to new high of day yet again. Yes, concrete trader. Yes, 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 yes. Like I said, man, I'm not really worried about stocks today. So I'm also trying to stop trading now, boss, since we have... you're good, chum. Yeah, don't. Just leave. An hour flies by before you knew it. Go out, go sit in the living room, or go to the whatever. Go run an errand real quickly that you need to get done for the day. Or, guys, I'm going to turn around here in a minute. It's going to be 1:45. I'm like, shit, I got 15 minutes here, and I got to get in a one-on-one. So, like, I want to, because what I'll do a lot of the time, like back in the past, I just push it. I can get that. I think I can get something done in this amount of period, and where, you know, I'm trying to box it in, and you never would, and then you try to force it, and you're like trying to get it done, and then you're either frustrated or you have, anyway. It's just like, just give yourself enough time. You know, it'll be next week before you know it. Kind of like me, a lot of the time when I used to do the airports, and I've gotten a little better at this. I'm still not like I have to be there like 8 hours beforehand. I'll be there about an hour-ish, maybe. It depends on it depends on how many bags I'm checking this out or the other. Anyway, but used to, I would try to get the last second, because I ain't gonna wait. I don't want to sit around no airport. I ain't gonna sit around no plane. I'm the last one to board anyway. And anyway, I'm not doing that anymore. There was one flight where me and Avery, it was funny. It was for anyway. Luckily, we got there maybe an hour later than we were supposed to, but we missed a flight because we went. And by the time we got there, they're like, "Oh no, you can't. Y'all are too late." And I'm like, "You got to be kidding me!" She hated me. She hated me that day, even after we still got there pretty much on time. But anyway, like now anymore, I'm like, man, it'll be next month before I know it, bro. Just get your ass to the airport, go hang out and smell the airport, get you some food. Just get on your. You'll be there before you know it. So that's what I always just try to tell myself for sure. Got to understand those small little things. People always want to just push. Gotta have. Here's the charting lessons real quickly, team, as well. So go watch these if you have not watched these. Here, my part 1, 2, and 3. I'll put some links out there for you guys. Website, if you need any help. Again, the one-on-ones, like we've been talking about. Been helping out people for 3+ years. They're done through Zoom, an hour long. You book on my website, you'll get an email with the Zoom link in it. Very easy to use. Go for an hour long, if not longer. Well, usually it's booked for an hour, but, you know, I don't stop you right at an hour. You know, sometimes we'll go over a little bit, but they're an hour long. And there are my morning alert sign-up links. Like I said, since I've been doing these for a year now, team, on the dot. This is my year anniversary for the morning alerts. This week is. You want to sign up, need any help at in pre-market opening bell levels that you can use all day long. Because I even called these plays to pop back up. Now, I think maybe some went higher than I thought they would. But let's just go straight to the SPY just for instance. And you can see what I said on the SPY here on the way back on up today, where I thought maybe the ultimate high of day would take us.
Line of support or resistance I have normal low of day. Watch remove up to say 5 day. Your ultimate high of day would pop it back up through 515 to 516.50ish area.
Oh wow, okay,
Big day coming up.
So that was, and I said big day coming up. It hit that all out of the gate. Now some of these plays I know, like ARM, because it wasn't that far removed. I'm pretty sure ARM I had this going back up.
Down to 9 over 100, 103, 102.50. So ARM underneath this level and new lows. Watch for a pullback down to 95. 95 with my normal low of day. Got to reclaim day. Ultimate high of day. Then pops it back up to 103, 102.50 to 103, and over that up to 105 for your ultimate high of day.
Oh, so that one I was even off on 105. But you get I was given room, I thought, on some of these plays that were down so much to move up. So, and I figured I may be off. I thought some of these I gave room back up to yesterday's low. Maybe it was Amazon, because some of these weren't too far removed from yesterday's low. Today was a little hard for me, I will tell you that, trust me. I think Amazon was one of them, possibly. Amazon maybe was one of them that I talked about getting back up into yesterday's low, or Friday's low. I keep saying yesterday about Friday's low. Today was hard. Today was definitely hard for me, but most days I'm pretty par and good and right on with the levels. And I'm sure my levels were fine today. We just got over them because we went up higher than I thought we would. I mean, we definitely went on a very big move back on up today. Very big move back up today. And we are starting to get that little, like I said, kind of that move back on up. So that kind of cup and handily look starting to form here on the SPY. Cousin Greg, Jim Bond, Concrete, Reese, everyone that was here today. Like I said, I got stuff to do tomorrow. I'm back at it. I do have one-on-one in the morning, and then you'll get my alerts though. You'll get my alerts at the opening bell. Tomorrow you get me rocking and rolling. You'll get my morning alerts. I'll be looking to trade tomorrow, trading at the bell. Then I get into a one-on-one, so you may not see me for a little bit. Then back at it for lunch tomorrow. Just kind of back to normal trading for sure. And hopefully, in my opinion, I like less movement in pre-market. So hopefully tomorrow we get way less movement in pre-market so we can get a lot bigger movement in market. So we got the movement, but it was big today, but it just wasn't. It's like you got to go, really? Okay, we're down, then we're right back on up. Because, wow, shocking SPY and everything in it. I mean, how often do you do this? Now, granted, the move was down a lot more than it normally typically is on a CPI or PPI, but we've seen days like this where the SPY gets that CPI or PPI and dumps away. And what do I talk about? I watch for this to move right back up like nothing ever happened, and right back up like nothing even happened. Very typical of the SPY. Prototypical SPY. Reese, Cousin Greg, I see you typing. I'm just making sure you're not asking a question. Maybe you're sending everyone a sweet love note of why they need to sign up for those morning alerts. Yes, that's what it is. Looking for some additional confidence. And that's the big thing, too. I can't tell you how much it lightens the load for the work you have to do in the morning, and finding those levels then builds the confidence when you see the levels or trades that match up with yours. You know, small cap, large cap, long, short, you know, I give you all the levels, my favorite plays, and what ones you really should be looking at. $1 a day, 30 a month, 90% stock trader. Sign me up. Oh, well, I did sign up almost a year ago now. Yeah, right. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I have a great one. I will see you. I'll be back in chat in a few. I got to get some stuff done before the guy comes here in about 15, 20 minutes. I'll pop back into chat right before my my little contractor guy comes here to help me do some handyman work that your boy AK probably could do, but gonna leave to a professional to do for sure. You know, that would be like, hey, who should you do one-on-ones with about learning stock trading? The guy taking your order at Arby's or Wendy's? Maybe a guy like AK47. You know, maybe the guy at Arby's or Wendy's can do it. Let's just not trust them. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning, team, with my lobby up. Alerts rolling. Have a great, safe, blessed, food-filled rest of your day. Bang, oh, bang, baby. Barry White time. What? Gotta love it. Have a great day, team. Barry White, Barry White.